The spring season is in full swing. See what's happening in Baltimore County sports next on High School Sports Scene. Hi and welcome to this edition of High School Sports Scene. I'm Sydney Callahan. The spring sports season is underway and that means lots of lacrosse.
Neighboring lacrosse rivals met at Loch as the Lady Raiders played host to the unbeaten Towson Generals. The Raiders got on the board first as freshman midfielder Lindsay Wagner found the top corner 3.5 minutes into the game. 45 seconds later, the Raiders scored again as Maggie Wagner fed Meredith Moore cutting through the arc. Moore added another goal at the 5:11 mark to put the Raiders up 3-0. And a minute later, Maggie Wagner again found Moore cutting through the arc to give Loch a 4-0 lead, which prompted a Towson timeout. Senior midi Christy Moyer converted a pass from Meredith Moore for the Raiders' 5th score. Hannah Woltman finally got the Generals on the scoreboard at 14:37. Senior midi Kelsey Wigglesworth found the short side of the goal with 7:53 left in the half to make it 5-2 Raiders. Following a 6th Raider goal, Amelia Jones hit Kelly Lacey cutting through the arc to cut the Generals' deficit in half. With 4:32 left in the first half, Morgan Young spun through the Raider defense to notch the Generals' 4th goal. Hannah Woltman took a pass from Kelly Lacey and put her shot under the crossbar to pull the Generals to 7-5. 10 seconds later, Kelsey Wigglesworth added her 2nd goal to pull Towson to within 1 at 7-6. After tying the score early in the second half, Towson took their first lead on Kelly Lacey's 2nd score at 4:10 of the second half. Meredith Moore pulled the Raiders back into a tie at 10:36. And the Raiders regained the lead with 9:05 remaining as Maggie Wagner put a low shot into the far corner. Senior Christy Moyer stretched the Raider lead to 2 after slipping behind the Towson defense. With 3:40 to go, Morgan Young again found Kelly Lacey cutting through the arc to cut the Raider lead to 10-9. With just seconds remaining, Hannah Woltman again found Lacey cutting through the arc to tie the score at 10 and send the game into overtime. A minute 46 into overtime, Morgan Young connected with Samantha Rickles to put Towson on top 11-10. With 41 seconds remaining, Raider sophomore Courtney Genovese scored to tie the score at 11 and send the game into a second overtime period. With time running out on the second overtime, Towson attacked Morgan Young, threaded her way through the arc to give the Generals a 12-11 lead that would hold up as the seconds ticked off on a hard-fought contest. Hereford Stadium was the site of a matchup of Baltimore County Division I lacrosse powers as the Bulls played host to the Towson Generals. The Generals struck first when senior attack Christian Starr drilled a shot from 15 yards out to give Towson a 1-0 lead. That lead lasted 2.5 minutes before junior midfielder Jack Adams drove through the Towson defense to notch the Bulls' first score. Less than a minute later, Adams found Connor Covell sneaking in from the side and connected for the goal, making it 2-1 Hereford. Adams picked up another assist, feeding Freddie Bryant in front of the goal to put the Bulls up 3-1 with 31 seconds left in the first quarter. Hereford went up 4-1 at 3:37 of the second, with senior midfielder Morgan Pritchett taking it in by himself. Towson senior Patrick Huckenpohler rifled a shot past Bulls keeper Connor Cunningham with 1:16 to go in the half to cut the Hereford lead to 2. The Bulls struck early in the third, with Morgan Pritchett once again finding the net. Bulls lead 5-2. Towson stayed within striking distance of the Bulls as John Lockwood gained control of a loose ball just outside the crease and put it away, cutting the Hereford lead to 5-3. Midway through the third, sophomore Adam Sarabelli drilled a shot from 10 yards out to stretch the Bulls' lead back to 3. Early in the fourth quarter, with Hereford leading 7-3, Towson's Seth Merrick made a great individual effort to score, but paid a heavy price. Score, Hereford 8, Towson 4. With 4:36 remaining, John Lockwood found Noah St. John cutting in front of the Bulls' goal and connected for the Generals to make the score 8-5 Bulls. But that was as close as Towson would get, as Morgan Pritchett wrapped up the scoring on the night to close out a 9-5 win for the Bulls and keep them alone atop the county's Division I standings.
Now let's meet this month's outstanding student athletes. First, Capri Gaines introduces Randallstown baseball player Tyler Blackwell.
Tyler Blackwell is a senior and two-sport athlete for the Rams. He made an immediate impression when he joined the baseball team.
When I saw him pitch and how much natural movement his pitches had, how much natural movement he wasn't even aware of that they had. And so I knew that he would be someone that could really, really be a key contributor in our program here.
As the team's closer, Tyler is often called to get the Rams out of a jam or to seal a win.
My strengths as a pitcher is probably getting that last out with my most successful pitch, the slider.
I tend to refer to Tyler as our own version of Mariano Rivera. He kind of closes the door for us. He's one of the few pitchers who I've seen in my 9 years of coaching here who can literally come into a game and get you 3 outs in any situation.
He throws lots of strikes, he doesn't walk many. Basically, he's a hard pitcher to hit because his balls have so much movement, so it's just very difficult.
I handle the pressure of the game by just calming down, taking my time, taking deep breaths, just go with the flow, just keep it calm.
Making the transition to the responsibilities of playing a high school sport was not easy at first.
It was more competitive transition into high school baseball, and everything has to be more serious and more time consuming. It takes more dedication. I got off to a slow start in my freshman year, but as the years proceeded, I got better. My grades, my GPA was going up.
He tends to get a little lazy sometimes, but he certainly can get on task when directed. And like most kids, you know, he's seeing the light at the end of the tunnel.
Tyler has grown into his role as a captain for the Rams.
I try to support my teammates, almost like we're a family. Just, they always some people just slack off. And I just tell them, hustle up, keep going. Don't put your head down, just keep going to get in next time.
He's kind of a low-key guy. He really doesn't cause a whole bunch of ruckus and noise around himself. He kind of is, you know, to himself. He's very likable on the team. I mean, he has fun.
Tyler, he's a team player 100%. He's not all about himself. I think he would rather win than his stats. So basically, he's just a team player all around.
As his high school career winds down, Tyler hopes to leave a positive memory.
I like to be remembered for just never giving up and always hustling on the field.
I don't think he seeks the spotlight. I don't think he seeks all that recognition and notoriety, but he certainly doesn't want to be someone anyone forgets. So I think with that going forward, he works hard in class and hard on the field to make sure that once he leaves this school, that we'll remember him.
We would like to wish Tyler the best of luck with the remainder of his baseball season and with all future endeavors. For High School Sports Scene, I'm Capri Gaines.
Next, let's meet this month's outstanding female student athlete, Randallstown softball player Jasmine Gerald. Here's Emma McDonald with the story.
Jasmine Gerald is a senior and two-sport athlete at Randallstown High School. As a freshman, she joined Randallstown's softball team, picking up a glove for the first time.
It was intimidating to start playing a new sport in 9th grade that I've never played before, but throughout the year and throughout the season, it became easier because I knew most of the people on the team.
Jasmine quickly developed a love of her new sport.
I liked that it was a large team and everybody was involved with each other, and we all became good friends and we were able to play well together.
Jasmine's versatility allows her to play second, third, or shortstop for the Rams.
I wound up being an infielder just through my ability to catch like ground balls and line drives, and I can throw well to first base.
The one main good thing about Jasmine that she's very humble about is that her throws are like bullets. She just has one of the best throws on our team.
Though Jasmine enjoys the spring season, it can be a challenge adapting to the unpredictable shifts in the weather.
It can be difficult adapting to the weather changings while playing softball because you have to pack so many different outfits to practice in. Like sometimes you have to practice inside, sometimes you practice outside. But as long as you have all of your equipment that you need, then it's not a bad transition.
Jasmine has grown into her role as a leader on the team.
On the field, my role is more of like the motivator. If anybody is like feeling down, I think that it's my job to make them feel better so that we can play better as a team.
I guess she's like the mother of our team. She supports us and then like keep us going.
Before a game, to motivate my team, I try to just be myself, and try not to be too tense so that they don't become tense too.
Jasmine's support of her team is not limited to the playing field.
On the field, like I was saying earlier, she always continues to motivate us and never lets nobody fall back. And then off the field, even with academics, she just always remind us to do our homework. Don't ever lay back. Keep on going, stay focused.
Over time, it's become easier to balance school and sports because I've learned to change my procrastinating habits. So instead of waiting until the last minute to do an assignment, I start on it earlier.
Jasmine's a good student athlete because she does hard work, hard excelling classes like AP classes. She's also a member of National Honor Society. She does other after school activities. She's just everywhere.
Jasmine has found many advantages to being a student athlete.
Being an athlete has affected my high school career by making it more fulfilling. I've been able to meet new people and try new things.
Jasmine's humility and positive example have earned her teammates' respect.
I don't know how to explain it. She's just superwoman.
We'd like to wish Jasmine the best of luck in her academic and athletic future. For High School Sports Scene, I'm Emma McDonald.
Congratulations to Tyler and Jasmine. To honor their selection as this month's Outstanding Student Athletes, each will receive an award provided by Allegram Incorporated in Timonium. Coming up next is Randy Dace with Coach's Corner. We'll be back in 2 weeks with another edition of High School Sports Scene. We hope you'll join us then. Until then, I'm Sydney Callahan. Thanks for watching.
Hi, I'm Randy Dace and welcome to Coach's Corner. My guests today are Jack Meyers, the varsity softball coach at Eastern Tech, and his second baseman, senior Allison Williams. Welcome to high school sports scene, and first of all, congratulations on a great season to date. You're 12-2. You're ranked number 2 in the metro area as far as girls softball is concerned, which I think is outstanding. And you got a couple more games to go. Coach, did you expect this type of record at this point in the season before?
We had high expectations this year, coming off a good year from last year. We wanted to play more competitive ball against more competitive teams around the state. And we played Seton Keogh, and we beat Seton Keogh, and that kind of pushed us up in the rankings. So.
And Allison, when it was March 1st and you took the field for practice, right? What was the goal of the team this year?
To get them ready to head to states.
And you've been to states 2 years ago?
No, we went to state semis and we lost.
Okay, but we'll say state semi still is a pretty good deal. That's not bad. I call that the junior prom, and the state finals is the senior prom. Now, Coach, you're not a teacher, right?
Correct.
So you're a financial advisor. When did you get started in the Eastern Tech softball program?
This has been my 3rd year.
And what brought you into softball?
I have 2 daughters that I've been coaching since 7 years old, and progression through the age groups, and so it's been exciting for my kids.
And I've been told that your daughter who's injured is a junior on the team now.
Correct.
Okay. And Allison, how long have you been on the varsity?
For 4 years, since my freshman year.
That's outstanding to come in as a freshman and play softball. How long have you been playing softball, Allison?
Since I can remember. I started out with baseball.
Uh-huh. And I know that you say you play soccer for Eastern Tech.
Yes.
And what position you play?
Center midfield.
And in basketball?
I play point guard.
And now you're a second baseman.
Yes.
Is that one of your favorite spots, or have you been moved around before? How did you start out when you first got to Eastern Tech?
When I came into Eastern, Dave Scribner, he moved me around and he put me at second, but I used to be a utility player and play anywhere. So second's been my spot ever since.
What's your favorite spot, though?
Second base.
You like second?
Yes.
What's good about second? I used to play second 100 years ago.
It's simple. You just field ground balls normally and just toss them first.
You can have a sore arm and still play second, can't
Yes.
you? I thought she might be a pitcher. Not a pitcher?
She wants to be a pitcher in batting practice,
Uh-huh.
practice, but we got some good pitching on this team this year. So.
Now, I hate to bring up a bad sore point, but you said that you have 2 losses, right? Your 2 losses were to?
Spalding, 4-3, and then Lansdowne, 5-2.
Okay, and Lansdowne was a problem last year.
Yes, they beat us in the regional final last year.
So what's the problem with Lansdowne, Coach?
They have a good pitcher.
Okay.
And so we didn't make the adjustments this year, and so we'll leave it at that. Okay.
Well, let me ask you, if I was scouting your team right now, because nobody's going to be, scouting, tell me a little about your team overall as far as the type of team you have.
It's young. We have 4 seniors that start for us, and then we kind of litter the infield with some freshmen at shortstop and third base, and then we have a freshman in right field. So the senior leadership has really stepped up this year to take care of those young kids, because we had our junior shortstop is out for the year for the shoulder injury, and then the left fielder, which is Meyers, she has a back issue right now. So some young kids have stepped up, and these kids have kind of taken them under the wing. So
how many girls do you have on the team?
14 on the roster. So right now it's 12 playing because the 2 kids are hurt. So.
Now, also, a lot of our viewers might not have seen girls softball before. How many innings do you play?
Play 7 innings.
Okay. And I will tell you, Allison, one of my favorite sports to watch on ESPN is the College World Series girls softball, girls softball. You ever watch it?
Yes.
I think it's outstanding. Now, let me ask you this, Coach, or maybe Allison, you can help us out. Do you have any restrictions in Baltimore County on how often you can pitch a pitcher in girls softball?
No, they can pitch every inning for all 18 games.
Okay, because I know the boys, they have restrictions, but they tell me from throwing underhand, there's no problem with the arm.
Yeah, it's a natural motion, so they don't put any restrictions.
How fast can a pitcher pitch? What's the speed?
The fastest I've seen in college has been, 72 miles an hour, which is equivalent to like over 100 miles an hour in baseball. So.
Yeah, and how far back is the mound? Do you know how far
it's
that
40,
is? It's
43
feet. Yeah, because I'm amazed how fast that ball comes in. And can the girls, Allison, can they put the curveball, the break arrow on there and all that? Is that tough?
from what I've seen with Jordan Cargyle pitching, it is tough.
Okay. Well, let me ask you, when you're a batter in girls softball, because I played baseball for for years as a little kid, you got to get that bat around pretty quick?
Yes.
Like how quick? When you see that ball, do you start to swing or what?
Depends on the pitcher, but if it's Maud McCrory from Lansdowne, as soon as she gets in her windup, you want to be ready to swing.
So she's got the arm, huh?
Yes.
Okay, so that's a problem. So, Coach, you're coaching softball. What's your strategy? What's the key? Is it the same as baseball or something a little bit different with girls softball?
We try to get up early in the game because the pitching that we have, she's pretty consistent and getting a lot of kids out. So we try to get a couple runs early in the game, and then from there, it's been a couple games that we've really scored a lot of runs, and so we get all the kids in the game that way. But it's get up early and then let Jordan.
Now, Allison, what does Allison bring to the team as far as her talent?
Consistency. She's probably got the best hands as a second baseman, and she's number 3 hitter, so she doesn't get a lot of really good pitches coming at her because she's in the 3rd slot, but she's come up with some great big hits this year for the team. They always can count on her, so she's the captain of the team, and she's a quiet leader, but we're working on that, right?
Well, she leads by actions,
yeah,
right?
There you go.
Now, Allison, I'm tickled to death to hear that you're a 3-sport athlete because we don't find that very often in the high school level. Is this something that you really enjoy, the 3 different sports, or would you is there one sport you'd like to really focus on?
In college, I want to focus on softball, but I like all 3 sports. I play them outside of school as well.
Okay, well, let's talk about outside of school. First of all, before we go there, tell us a little bit about Eastern Tech. Is a great school, and can you tell us what program that you're involved in at Eastern Tech?
I'm involved in multimedia.
And where will that lead us?
That? Well, it's not going to lead me anywhere in college because I'm doing health and physical education at Frostburg State.
Okay, so you want to get into, you want to be a phys ed teacher?
Yes.
Okay, very good. And you're going to go to Frostburg State. You better take that blanket. It's a little chilly out there sometimes. Have you been out to visit the school?
Yes, I went up a few weekends ago to watch them play a doubleheader, and they won both games against Stevenson.
Against Stevenson, local school. Well, that should be exciting. Let's talk a little bit about outside of school as far as softball is concerned, Coach, okay? It's tough to build a program, okay? But do you have a pretty good rec program in your area, or are the girls playing club ball most of the time?
Yeah, a lot of the kids on the present team right now do play a lot in the summertime, and they're kind of scattered all over the county in terms of different teams, and so they're getting exposure, seeing really good pitching during the summertime because there's, you have the Class A, you have the Class B and Class C, and so they're all sprinkled in those different club levels. So most of the kids on Eastern are between A and B levels. So.
Okay, so what level do you play in the summer, Allison?
I play on a B level.
Okay.
For Lady Orioles.
It's called the Lady Orioles?
Yes.
And where's your home base?
We practice in Glen Burnie.
And you travel all the way down there?
Yeah, we've traveled to North Carolina for the Little League World Series, and then we've traveled like up north a little bit, Pennsylvania.
And how many games would you play in the summer?
About 60 on average.
That's a lot of games. And let me ask you, and there's a big thing now between high school ball and club ball, and I'll ask you, Allison, do you really enjoy the high school ball or the club ball? What's the real love?
The club ball has a lot of stress with college coaches coming to all your tournaments, but high school is more fun and it's a little bit laid back, but it's still serious at the same time.
Okay, and you get to play with a lot of your friends you probably went to school with most of your life, things like that. Coach, do you see club ball being a problem, or is there real help for the high school coach?
In terms of what?
Producing the players for you, or have you lost any players that say, I just want to play club ball, I'm not going to play in the spring because it's too much?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
It's neat to take it to another level in terms of strategy.
Right.
You have to keep developing the kid. You can put more strategy into the games. So
okay.
It's pretty unique.
All right, well, we're last week of April here, just about, okay? You got a couple more games left, then we're getting ready for the region, right?
Counties
and you got
first.
The counties first.
Yeah.
Looks like you should be in the county. Who would you meet if you make it to the counties?
Most likely Franklin.
Okay. And then is Lansdowne in the region again?
No.
Oh, no Lansdowne.
We went up to 3A.
Okay, so how's it look in the region?
There's a lot of competitive teams in the region. You have North Hereford, C. Milton Wright, and then you have on the other side Howard. So Howard, I think, is #1 in one of the papers.
Okay.
Also, so.
Well, listen, it's been a pleasure meeting both of you. And Coach, congratulations on keeping the program going strong. And Allison, I want to wish you good luck. Hopefully you can make it to the senior prom in terms of the state championship in softball. And I wish you luck at Frostburg, and I know you'll be successful.
Thank you.
For High School Sports Scene, I'm Randy Dace. Thanks for watching. See you next time.